Hello everyone, hope you're well. This video is just going to be all about the strategy that I use to make sure that I don't lose my money, keep me in profit each week. So it's just a simple spread strategy. So 90% of all my buys, I'm going to research and make sure they're nice and strong in the short term and also in the long term. So don't just look at something that's doing well this week, look at how it's predicted to do for the long term as well. If it's ticks both those boxes, then it's a good buy. And research is key. There's lots of ways you can research. So there's lots of things online. Like to use the Motley Fool, even Google News. If I'm looking at a company, I'll go straight to Google News and see what the most recent stories are about it. Particularly if you see like a sudden drop, like if we go into here, the risers and fallers category. Risers and fallers. It will show you the companies that have done the best and the companies that have done the worst that day. So when companies do really well, you often see a small drop back before it will continue to do well as people are selling out to take their profits. So no, don't be worried by that small drop back. It can often continue to rise after that. But then it comes into, we set things like, they call it stop losses. So I'm £18.61 in profit on that one. So I'll go here, close at loss, turn that on, push that number right up as high as it will go. So I'm £18 up at the moment. As soon as if it goes down lower than £13.54, it will automatically sell. So once you're in profit and you set that stop loss, there's no way that that position will ever go into the red. So that's another thing, it's a safety stop. Again, you're not going to maximize your profits that way. I have had plenty of times where it hits the safety stop and then it will continue to rise. So what you can do is if you take the numbers from here, so you can see the opening rate was 9.06 and the current rate is 10.3. So then we go in here and we look at our stop loss. So 9.9 is the stop loss and 9.06 is the opening. So it's going to sell automatically if it hits the first one, and I can set it to automatically buy it back if it goes to lower than what I originally paid for it. So if it drops back below my original price, it will buy it back again. Doesn't always work out, but it's something you can set, so that you would know that if you would have gone into the red, not only have you banked your profit with the stop loss, but you've actually rebought the same stock at a cheaper price than you'd originally paid. So can work out quite well sometimes, that one, if you get it just right. You sell at the peak and then you buy back in the dip. I think that's the way to maximize your profit short term. So research is always key. So I can come into risers and fallers and pick some of these and just research why they're doing well, research why they're doing badly. Treasury Wine Estates is doing really badly this last day. So we'll go and let's have a look why. I don't know why, I've not seen this one before. Let's come here. Treasury Wine Estates. When my screen wants to work properly. Treasury Wine Estates. Let's have a little read and see what this video says. China import duties wipe 11%. So it looks like it's down to some sort of legal import duties increase. 212% tariff hike, 11% increase in tax. So straight away you know why that company is doing badly. So you could do more research into that and find out if it's something that's likely to be sorted out quickly. If it's something that you think is easily recoverable, then now is a good time to buy in this dip. Or if you think it's going to drop further, say I think it's going to drop another 5%. So I'll set a buy order, and I'll set the buy order 5% lower than the current price. So if it drops another 5%, it will automatically buy it. If it doesn't drop another 5, it won't. If it could just go straight up, then obviously you've missed out. If it does drop another 5 and then go up, then you're 5% ahead of where you would have been. So just a few tactics that we use. And also, say if I wanted to buy this Treasury Wine Estate and I wanted to buy 500 shares. So I would set one order for say 200 shares at that price, and then I would set one order for 200 shares at a slightly higher price, and I could set an order for 300 shares at the current rate, so that no matter what I own some of the stock, I won't let you set it at the exact rate, but you set it 0.4 above. So if I set all of those orders, it would buy it when the market opens, it would buy it, and then if it drops down more, it would buy a little bit more. If it drops down really, really low, it would buy more again. So you'd end up with 3 open, and then when it bounces back up, you'd have 3 greens, probably one, say 120, 140, 180. By the time you add in all the difference in the percentages and the amounts that you've bought. But you know, that's called like doubling down. You really would only do that on something that you were certified was going to go up. You had researched it so much that it's practically a guarantee that it's going to be a higher price than it is today in the future months. And then like for instance, let me go to my open positions. So Amazon, we spoke about in our previous videos, I was sure they were going to do well. So I bought 2 shares at the start. They dropped down really bad. I bought another 0.3, dropped down some more. I bought another 0.3. And now, as you can see, I've got 4 in the green. I did have 5 in the green. One of them sold on a stop loss. But still, I'm going to try and keep these 4 open until at least summertime, April, May time. So yeah, that's another tactic. Spread buying, using your stop losses to once you're in profit to make sure you can't lose. Obviously researching, spreading your buys across. So you can see that each of these in my open positions is completely unrelated to the next. So we've got Chinese social media, then we have solar technology, e-commerce, you know, everyone knows Coca-Cola, then we have AstraZeneca, pharmaceutical company, Sonos, they make speakers and headphones, cryptocurrency, cannabis industry, the gaming industry, utilities, electric vehicles, wheat, it's in the commodities industry. You can see there's just completely different industries all over the way, and that's a major part of the spread strategy. I wouldn't just invest all my money into electric vehicles. I wouldn't just invest all my money into e-commerce. You spread it around, and even in each category, you spread it again into separate companies in said category. Yeah, you're not going to maximize your money this way, and you can, as you get more used to the trading and more experienced, you can try and put larger buys on the things that you're more sure of, but you still, even when you're more sure of yourself, anything can happen. So don't get too cocky and try and like put all your money on one company to maximize your profit, because suddenly not only are you losing money in the red on that open position, but you haven't got any capital to open more positions. So for instance, these cryptocurrencies that are really in the red, I'm not worried. I think they'll go up in the long run. I've already made more than that from cryptocurrency this month. So I just kept buying, get some more that are in the green. You know, as long as these greens are starting to make more than these reds, that's fine. And these reds are solid long-term buys. So the fact that they're red for a couple of days, a week, is nothing. We're looking at those over weeks and months. But yeah, so I hope these strategies will help you make good decisions. You know, when those things go red, don't panic. Hold on to it. You know, if something's really, really drastically going wrong when you do your research, then, you know, you can think about selling it. But if it's something that you can afford to hold on to, and you're pretty sure it's a sturdy company, they're not just going to go under or continue to fall for years, then yeah, hang on to it. The only reds in my closed positions, I was gutted because there's one of them I didn't mean to buy. I accidentally bought a call option on Amazon when I was meant to buy shares in Amazon on my second day. And there's a few Disney shares there in the red, which is where I started to buy larger amounts. And then obviously you buy larger amounts, you get larger profits, but you also get larger losses. So when I saw those red numbers coming up quick, I panicked and hit sell stupidly. It was only my second day back trading after 6 years. So yeah, I was still getting off the rust. Panicked, sold them at a loss. 2 days later, it was back up. 1 day later. So yeah, don't panic. Hold on to those reds. You know, you can set a stop loss so that if it goes too far in the red it will sell, but really I would hold on to them for the long run and just worry about putting some more green ones in front of it. You can see all the things I've sold. Starting out was pennies and pounds. As we get higher, it starts getting 30s, 40s, a few hundreds. So, you know, start small, build up your knowledge, build up your confidence, and yeah, it will soon start to grow your portfolio. Hope these videos have been helpful for you. It's not something I plan to do. Just so many people are asking for the advice. I thought if I make these videos, people can watch them when they have the time. People that have questions for me, I can just direct them here and they will get a much better answer than a hurried out answer on the phone. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or if you've anything that you want me to make a quick video on to help explain, just let me know.